Juan.
Go. We're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome on in to the Halos in the Infield YouTube page. Dominic Lorenz from Katella Chronicles here, joined by the whole assortment of the Heedy crew. We got Todd, Fernando, Rob, Randy, special guest checking in. Gentlemen, welcome to the second annual Katella Chronicles Golden Bicycle Awards. How are we all doing today?
Very good. Very good.
Man,
Put the golf clap. It's an award choice.
I know you got to look fancy with the golf clap, just a little bit. And, hey, come on, Todd's got hair, Randy's back, Rob's got the nice tuxedo shirt, and Mr. Lone Star Halo's checking in from Texas. So it feels pretty good to have somewhat of the
This
band
is
back
dressed
together.
up in Texas.
Yes.
To a certain, you might have a point there. I'm not gonna lie, but we appreciate everybody coming on, and again, once again, for the second annual Golden Bicycle Award.
Accountability. He has what we've been looking for. He puts defense first and the pitching aspect behind it too. And granted, offense is a big part of him and everything, every team he's been on, but he's going to help us produce runs when we're struggling, not just let these guys swing away. One key coach that you lost. This guy kind of has a lot of the same qualities we're looking for. Yeah, does he enjoy a little bit of snow too much? Sure, of course. But other than that, man, that guy is solid all the way around. He gets that under control, should be good to go.
I know it's the simple things in life you have to watch
Call
out
him the
for a little
abominable
bit, but
snowman.
He did. He did add Eric Young. Eric Young Sr. has been named as third base coach, and then just a couple minutes ago, they revealed Bo Porter is going to be the first base coach, which for the last week, we thought it was going to be Torrey Hunter, and then we found out that Torrey Hunter didn't take the job after all, and there was some miscommunication. So, Randy, I'll flip it back to you. Adding in those two coaches at the moment, the staff is still being put in place. What do you like about Ron Washington and the staff that he's starting to put together to kind of get the Angels back in the right direction?
No, hey, I like it. Todd and I talked in our private chat, and Ron Washington was the guy I wanted, man. It's like Rob just said, accountability. That's the big word for me right there, is accountability, man. That's what we've been lacking, it seems, for the last couple of years, under Joe Madden, Phil Nevin. Like Rob said, it's Socha-esque. He's not here to change the game. He's going to do things the old school way. And I'm bummed that Torrey Hunter didn't come in. I really am. Bo Porter's all right with me though, but Torrey Hunter, I was like, you couldn't like almost guarantee the guy like, hey, we're grooming you to be the next guy here under Wash, man. So just take the job and it's yours, when he leaves. And yeah, it was just miscommunication. So I was a little bummed about that. But I love the staff. Like I said, accountability is coming through the Big A. It's going to be a great thing. Does it get us back into the playoffs next year? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how free agency goes. But right now, I love where the Angels are going as far as direction-wise.
And free agency, before we get in the award show, is something I want to touch on just briefly and get your guys' very quick hot takes. I told Randy this, Todd, and a couple other people. I think with Ron Washington signing a 2-year deal, I think that opens up the possibility for Shohei Ohtani coming back. I know today there's been reports about he might take a short-term deal with a high AAV instead of the big 8, 9, 10-year deal. I think it's a perfect situation for the Angels because you get him to buy in for 2 years under the Ron Washington regime. And it's kind of a we scratch your back, you scratch our back situation. use the Angels as a springboard for your rehab because he's not pitching next year. He's only going to be hitting. Then he'll have to pitch in 2024, and we don't know what that elbow is going to be like. So you can use that as a stepping stone. And at the same time, if he bats well and he comes back and pitches well, great. Give him a 7-year deal, whatever the AAV is. Give him a player option after 2 years. And if he chooses to leave after that, regardless if the Angels doing good or bad, that's up to him. But buy in now. So that's my quick take on the Ohtani free agency thing. Todd, I know we talked about it, and Fernando, you're hearing it for the first time. What do you two think about my idea of the contract with the short AAV and the we scratch your back, you scratch ours?
I think Todd and I had already kind of alluded to that these 2 years are going to go one of two different ways. It's going to go to Ron Washington is the stopgap guy. He's here for a 2-year period of time. And this team is simply just going to get through the mud for these next 2 years. They're not going to bring back Shohei. They're going to dump whatever they can. And they're building towards a future. Or, like you said, it's going to be a retool. It's going to be hey, let's get Shohei. We got Ron Washington. We're going to get Shohei on a 4-year deal, opt out after 2 years, whatever. And they're just going to go right back into it. It's going to be one or the other. There is no middle ground. There's going to be none of this. Like, we're going to maybe kind of be in the middle like they had been like in the Billy Epler years. It's going to be completely in or completely out.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's one of those things where they have to find out which direction they're going to take. I love the Ron Washington thing. I love the Ohtani take. It just comes down to, are they going to allow them to do what they want to do as far as the team, as far as Ron Washington, is he going to have the control? And as far as Ohtani, does Ohtani take the back seat and say, hey, you know what? I got injured. It is what it is. I'm not going to get that maxed out contract, but if I get a loaded contract for later when I start pitching, or I take a short term till my arm heals and I could give another, year of really good pitching and then put myself back out there. It depends on what kind of team wants to sign him. I mean, right now, realistically, guys, can you see any team, and I mean any team, signing this dude to a 10-year contract with the arm issues?
I see the Dodgers doing it, desperation mode.
Maybe the Cubs with the new manager and Craig Counsell, they might, want to splash, but
or the Giants too. Giants have flopped the last 2 years, and they're looking to make a big splash.
True.
Didn't they get that Arson Judge guy?
Yeah. I have my Arson Judge jersey in the closet. I better go pull it out for this. That's the Fumble of the Year award.
Yeah, Arson Judge jerseys, all with those Arizona Diamondback World Series championship shirts.
Or the Carlos Correa Mets jerseys.
Oh, yeah, those are good ones, too.
Yeah.
Or the Buffalo Bills 4-peat championship Super Bowl winners.
It's getting deep. It's getting hard now. But, hey, there's a lot to love for the Angels, and I know that's very hard to say for us. But, again, it's another year, another new manager. Hopefully this changes the tide in a positive direction that sees this team go to the playoffs for the first time. And now what? It's going to be 11 years that the tally is going to continue, essentially. So there's free agencies coming up. So stick along, fans, for Katella Chronicles and Halos in the Infield. We'll cover all things free agency, but we'll put the Ron Washington talk aside and let's get into the second annual Golden Bicycle Awards. Everybody's here. We'll give the nominations. We'll give the soft little golf claps, and we'll see the highs and lows and the funniness and the seriousness of 2023. First category, right off the bat, Game of the Year. There's a lot of good games. There's a lot of bad games, but we're looking at the positives to start.
There was fine games on both sides.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
A lot of positives this year. Positives, Magic Johnson, Charlie Sheen. The list goes on.
And with this being the first award, I maybe should rename it to the Season Starts Now Awards. Awards begin now.
All right. I like that.
So here we go.
The season starts today.
Here we go, and the season started now. So here are your 3 nominees for Game of the Year. July 17th, Michael Stefanik, Gwen Stefanik walk-off against the New York Yankees.
Okay.
June 24th, the franchise best 25-1 win in Colorado. Or a playoff-type atmosphere victory to go 7 games above 500 and taking 3 of 4 against the Texas Rangers, the World Series champion Rangers, in Texas. So those are your 3 nominees. I'll turn it over. Todd, who was the winner of this year's Game of the Year?
I don't know. I don't have those cards in front of me right now.
Oh, no.
All right, listen here, Steve Harvey.
We had Steve Harvey. He's out.
Fumble!
We have a fumble. All right, let's go. We'll circle the bag. Rob, who's this year's winner?
This year's winner, and I'm proud to say, well deserved. It's going to be the 17th game against the New York Yankees, Stefanik walk-off.
Yes.
This shit is bananas.
It was hey man, it was a great game.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I was there. That was the best game I've been to in a long time.
Steffi!
Did you get a hug Gwen Stefani? Is that why?
No, I kissed Blake Shelton.
There you
Todd,
go.
I'm jealous.
Todd and
Yeah.
we called that game, Todd. And
Yeah.
Fernando, you were on it, but I think you had left. But we called that game. It was crazy. It was fun. That included Bill Hasselman screwing runners at third base multiple times that game.
How,
So many times.
Hey,
I'm
how
gonna
many
miss Hassie?
how many times did we play Hollerback Girl in a rally
Oh my
fashion?
Not nearly as many times as Valley Sports did.
I do remember that night. I think when Stefanik hit, I think I just started screaming B-A-N-A-N-A-S, and Todd was looking at me like, you need to go home.
Yeah.
Oh boy, but yeah, that was at that point in the season, the Angels still had a chance. And
Well, notice that this was all first half of the season. All 3 of those nominees, first half.
Yep.
You know what?
pretty much.
I got to chime in real quick with that 25-1 game. I literally told the family, let's go down to downtown Disney and just spend the day together. I'm tired of watching this shit show. And then they go and put on the best performance of what I thought as far as run scoring. And my phone kept going off. I'm all, damn it.
You got home just in time for the 9th inning and nothing happened.
Yeah.
But see, there was, even if it was in the first half, there was still some great games.
Yeah, that's true.
It was, it could have been worse under Phil Nevin, but that's neither here nor there.
7 games above 500. Hey, Todd,
Huh.
I miss those days.
That was a long time
still-
ago, my friend. Long time ago.
Man, but Michael Stefanik, congratulations. You get the Game of the Year courtesy of your walk-off base hit in the 10th inning against the New York Yankees. And if I remember correctly, the Angels sweeping the Yankees out of the Big A this year, which was a nice little extra salt on the pity party there for the Yankee fans.
I'll take that dub.
I'll take that dub. All right, category number 2. We're moving on from Game of the Year to Play of the Year, and our 3 nominees this year are a 6-4-3-2 triple play against the Tampa Bay Rays in August. Zach Neto jumping in foul territory down the third base side against the Texas Rangers.
That was
and
awesome.
I believe that was the same series as the going above 500,
500,
or
yeah, I
7
think
games
so.
above 500.
Mhm.
Or the opening day Hunter Renfroe catch behind the head. Basically, Hunter Renfroe's best play as an Angel in his 6 months.
It was on accident.
On accident. So, Fernando, who is this year's Play of the Year?
Drum roll, please. It is Hunter Renfroe's opening day magical catch.
Hunter
I
Renfroe,
know.
he needed a positive in his Angels career because he ain't coming back.
Almost as robbed as the hit. Almost as robbed as the hit.
Now, will he play for a major league club this season?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll play for a major league team.
He'll make it, though? I mean, he flamed out hard with the Reds, too.
Could be a spring training invite for a roster spot, maybe.
You mean to tell me a team's not going to give him a league minimum contract?
Yeah,
The
that's
Oakland
true.
A's. That catch is haunting them still. They're going to sign him.
I could see that. I could
Then
see that.
again,
I could see that.
he has a lot of controversy around him too, right? A lot of people have said that he's a bad clubhouse guy. These are obviously just rumors, but
Yeah. Mr. Hunter Renfroe was essentially a one-hit wonder. He was great in the month of April. He had that catch. We were mesmerized by him. And then by mid-May, we're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
It was
how sad is it that like the play of the year happened the first game? We're like, well, I mean, hey, that was it. It's a wrap.
And a
Did
loss as well.
We peaked too high. We peaked too high in the season. We should have had the championship after day 1.
The ironic part is I'm pretty sure you even said after that catch that was going to be the play of the year. Like you had said, oh, give him the Katella award. It was something along those lines, like an early nominee for the play of the year.
How dare you guys piss on Hunter's big night?
Hey guys, do you know that he looks like Mike Trout? I mean, if you kind of put him
No.
side to
Who?
side,
A
Trout.
little bit. You got
That
that
fish
little
guy.
5 o'clock. That 5 o'clock
Little
shadow
fish
over
guy.
there. Juiced up neck. Hunter
There you
Renfro. Juiced up neck.
Queenfish.
Queen.
Oh.
That's so bad, but so good.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
get ripped
Hey,
for that one.
you gotta, in that category, you gotta give love to Zach Neto. He was tremendous defensively this year.
Oh yeah.
And a 6-4-3-2 triple play. Triple plays don't happen that often, but when you're snatching something behind your neck with pretty much your eyes closed, and in Oakland, who wouldn't want to have their eyes closed in that ballpark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know
so-
I had my eyes closed every time I was there.
so it's just another day at the office for anybody playing at the the old, what was the old name of it, the O.Co Coliseum,
Oh yeah.
kind of the same old
Absolutely.
So 2 awards down, 8 to go. This is a good old Heedy favorite. The title of it is an homage to Heedy,
Mm-hmm.
the Nacho of the Year. Nacho night was given out every single night after every single Angel game. Sometimes it went to the opposing team when the Angels actually won, and sometimes, it had to go to Angel players that didn't quite deserve to just be in the lineup the next day.
Oh yeah.
So the nominees this year for that big, greasy, cheesy helmet nacho is
Ooh, loaded with E. coli. Ooh.
we have Joe Adell,
Ooh.
Bill Hasselman, or Anthony Rendon, with a strong honorable mention, because we might rename this award to him next year, Squiddy Poo Andrew Velasquez. He gets named for honorable mention in this category because we know Todd has his jersey hanging in his room.
You know he does.
Yeah. It's autographed
right.
and everything.
Framed.
I
He
was
put
gonna
a-
buy you an Andrew Velasquez signed baseball as a joke. They had them for like $11.50 on eBay.
Wow, that's expensive.
That's
Yeah.
$11.49
shipping.
too expensive.
Put a little nacho cheese, a little squid ink on it, and
Oh
it's all
my
good.
god.
It's Squiddy. Is that what the kids call it these days?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's straight up inking all over the field.
Ah.
Ooh. Well, for this award, I'll toss it over to Randy.
Oh
Who is this year's Nacho of the Year?
I have a speech. He
no,
sent me
we
a
don't want you
speech.
to get hurt.
He's-
He's gonna pull Will Smith. He's gonna slap you because you didn't do Velasquez. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I have to say something in the words of Anthony Rendon. First off, no habla inglés,
Oh, he said it.
and two, I can't believe I won this award. Squiddy Poo had such a huge lead, but if I came through in something other than an injury, it was getting the Katella Chronicles award for Nacho of the Year.
There we go.
Well deserved.
Hey,
Well
Anthony-
Just
deserved.
to add it to his trophy case.
Hey, Anthony Rendon is the Kanye to Taylor Swift. I'm gonna give you a minute. But
Oh.
Squiddy Poo had the best nacho night of the year.
You know Anthony, Squiddy Poo sitting on the opposite side of that clubhouse while he's not on the team anymore, saying, "I made that bitch famous."
I'm so
Man.
glad I got to announce that one.
I made that bitch famous.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's be honest. Anybody in that category could have won.
Oh, it could have been a 4-way tie.
It could have been Bill Hasselman was right up there with his coaching this year at third.
All I know
Four-way pause.
is Squiddy Poo losing this award was like a team in the NBA having a 40-point lead in the fourth quarter and blowing it. I mean,
Yeah.
Rendon just straight up had the quarter of his life and took it over.
Oh, man.
You know.
Put the game on his back.
Yeah.
Velasquez wins this award if he does not get sent down and released by the Angels.
I agree.
Clearly,
He
So
holds
basically,
he holds on to it.
the Angels saved him from this
For
award
himself.
and stole it away. Stole it.
Yep.
Woo, Captain Save a Ho.
Oh my goodness. Well, to award number 4, and it's perfect that I'm going to give this one to Todd
Okay.
because he looks the part. The award and the nominees for the Roger Lodge Halo Honk Moment of the Year. Honk it out, fans. Do it right now with us. Honk it out.
Honk.
Honk,
Honk.
honk. The
Honk, honk.
nominees are
Honk.
Phil Nevin being a good decision maker, waiving 7 players by the September deadline to save just shy of $10 million that still kept us over the tax break.
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
Or all of us fell victim to this. We won the trade deadline.
Playoffs, here we come, baby.
So Todd Lodge,
Mm-hmm.
who is this year's Roger Lodge Halo Honk Moment of the Year?
I'm on the edge of my seat for this one.
I have to reach deep down in my Full House days of John Stamos's pants and come out with, "We won the trade deadline, baby."
Woohoo!
Yeah, we did.
There you go. Rob's excited.
Oh, Rob, what is going on? This is a family show.
Yeah.
He's about ready
It
to.
was.
He's about ready to take that tux
It
off.
was before happy time.
There's the Roger Lodge moment of the year.
Yeah, I didn't know The Rock was on the show.
Oh, that award came out in 3D.
Stamos choked me.
John Stamos choked on me.
I choked on
Anyway.
a Rob.
Okay, another honorable mention. We should have thrown in the very beginning of the year when Roger Lodge went on his Twitter and said, "Hey, you can call me a bootleg house man all you want, but don't sleep on my Halos in 2022."
That was a. Well, anything Roger Lodge, that's clearly a Halo Honk Moment of the Year. Or just could be Halo Honk Moment of the Day for his case.
By the way,
But-
the big decision, it's bigger than LeBron, is coming up in a couple months here. February 1st, his contract runs out with AMA 30. Does it get renewed?
Dude, they should do just like they did with LeBron, the decision, but for Roger Lodge. We'll have a grand total of 4 people to watch. And one of them will be my beautiful wife, Pamela, who drives my Mazda CX-9.
You know what we need to do the day before? All the Heedy fans, all the Katella Chronicles fans, go to Angel Stadium to the offices of AM 830, and we'll be like the SAG after strike and just strike and say Roger does not deserve the contract.
Yes.
Dude, we
We
can sit there
don't
and like
want
chain
him.
ourselves.
No
Chain
more
ourselves to
bootlegging
like trash
housewives.
cans.
We're all 5 of us are gonna bring resumes. Like we can all do it and be the job better than Roger.
Yes.
You know,
I don't
but
think
hey,
we'd make it past the end of the end of the day, dude. The FTC would shut us down so fast.
oh, they've already shut us down. This podcast is gone. It's over. But
We're no
Demonetized
longer
on
live.
YouTube.
We're just on here talking away.
Yeah, it's over. But Todd and I and Fernando, we were all on the trade deadline show. Even though not much happened, Angels did their work before the trade deadline. We thought the moves were trending us in the right direction. The Angels were scuffling, but they had started off that road trip pretty good in Detroit. And even though they scuffled in Toronto, they took one against Atlanta. And you're thinking, okay, let's salvage something. CJ Cron plays about 2 weeks. He's done for the year. Grichuk, thankfully, he finished the year and he did a few things right, but that didn't work out. Pitching, Lucas Giolito, oops. And, Ronaldo Lopez. Let's give him an honorable mention clap for, actually being positive out of the trade deadline.
Yeah, he was good.
COVID.
And Mike
COVID.
Moustakas. We'll get to Moose later,
Yeah, moves, yeah.
No, Moose was the best.
but I think we won the trade deadline this year, folks, and we don't have to compete going in the offseason.
No.
We have what we have, and we're ready for next.
Stop the season
Well,
there.
counts.
On paper, we
Stop the
won.
count.
Oh boy. Well, thank you, Todd Lodge, for announcing that one. The wig and everything. Oh no, that's your real hair, right?
Yeah,
It all grew back.
I blew on my
This is
thumb and
not
the
a
hair
toupee.
came out.
It's like a chia pet.
He put seeds on it overnight and he sat outside.
If I stop watering it, it falls out.
Also, if I sneeze too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, halfway through with award number 5, and this one's always a fan favorite. Villain of the Year.
Mm.
Last year, we had a lot of outside sources. You had Aaron Judge as a nominee. You had that one guy from Seattle that caused the fist fight, whatever his name was. He's totally forgettable now.
Wanker spanker.
Yeah, there we go. This year, the villains happen to be in-house within the Angels organization.
Uh-oh.
Who would have thought?
Big things coming.
Who would have thought? So
I have
here
a
are your
feeling this one
nominees.
might get a little controversial in the chat.
It might. It might. We'll see what it stirs up. But here we go. Villains of the year. Is it Arturo Moreno,
Ooh.
the hopefully, sell the team Artie? Is it any and all athletic trainers for the Angels?
Ooh.
Or is it our former fearless leader, Phil Bartholomew Nevin?
Ooh. Future
Philosophy,
Padres manager.
baby.
Is it Phil Philosophy? And I feel I'm going to give this one to Rob, because a lot of the times Rob talked about who the winner was a lot of the times and why the Angels are not where they should be. So, Rob, tell the fans who is this year's villain to the Katella Chronicles Awards.
This year's villain is Brandon Drury. I'm sorry. Sorry, I missed that, guys. I'm sorry. It goes to the athletic trainers, guys.
Yeah.
How many times do we have to get hurt, be put on the IL, and essentially what knocked this one in the bag for me, when we lie about Anthony Rendon's injury, now we resort to lying as an excuse for not going to the press.
I don't know. I think that was made up. I think that was him just trying to take crap off of his plate because he was cleared. But then again, you can't trust these trainers because they're the same one that Fernando was saying, hey, minor leaguers and stuff, if you're hungry, there's Chick-fil-A over there. No need to exercise.
My friend applied to be a trainer for the Angels.
Has he heard back yet?
He just applied like 2 days ago.
He's like,
in a couple years, we just fire a training staff and bring in a whole new one.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's embarrassing, dude.
It hasn't gotten any better. Maybe arguably gotten worse.
They're all, sir,
Oh,
what are your qualifications? I like to run on the beach every now and then. Hired.
Well, see, it's crazy. The last training staff
I got a
used to
5-star Yelp
recommend,
review.
used to rent Chick-fil-A. Yeah, exactly. The current training staff's like, just go to Burger King, man. Just get some French toast sticks.
Oh, he got the Whopper. You got the Whopper.
Whopper.
Man, no, this training staff was something else, man. It's like, you know what their qualification was? We like to give the players the animated little kid bandages with like the characters on them. So they feel like they had a good day.
Pikachu on it.
Rendon's
I'm
like,
a big kid now.
Rendon's like, I got the whole set.
I collected them all.
Yeah. Gotta catch them all.
Oh.
So there's your villain of the year, consistently shutting down this Angels roster.
Yes.
Now here we go.
It's crazy. If Anthony
That's
Rendon
another
got a
one that could have been
different-
a three-way tie.
Oh, it's
You probably could have, yeah.
especially with an in-house. If fans at home, if you wanted to give a three-way tie to Artie Moreno, the athletic trainers, and Phil Nevin, I don't think we would oppose you on that one. I don't think we would. I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of people we could take trophies away from.
Oh. Here we go. Award number 6 of the year. We're gonna get a little uplifting now and look to the future for the Angels.
If I had the music set up, I'd have a New Edition song being played.
I know. Get your boy band dancing. Here we go. Best newest edition. The nominees are Logan O'Happy, Zach Neto, or Nolan Shonowell.
I
Great.
think it's pronounced ShamWow.
There you go.
Wow. Emphasis on the
It's
wow.
French.
Oui, champagne, wow.
Wow. With the
Well,
wow.
the podcast was supposed to last until Todd got us canceled.
Oh boy. So for this one, let's give it to Fernando. You enjoy talking about the young guys on the podcast this year.
Of course, I get the No Fun Award. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. All right. Well, this is another one where an argument can be made for any of the guys. We had some record breakers with ShamWow selling a lot of rags
Oh, yeah.
in the stand. He did a great job.
You know they make good things in Germany.
Yeah. Neto obviously was Neto all year long. He rumor has it he never misspelled his name. Did a good job. But the winner goes to this guy who not only fought back from injury, but came back earlier and was just the epitome of what you want in a young player. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and squirrels, Logan O'Hoppe is the winner of this Katella Award.
Oh, Hoppy is my old poppy.
Yeah.
Hey man, he's leadership. You're looking at a future leader on this squad.
Yeah,
If
not a leader of a Best Buy either.
Yeah. Hey,
If he would have stayed healthy, rookie of the year.
Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Yep.
You had an argument.
Yeah, there's a big opportunity for him on the squad. You already know, even with Max Stassi already coming back for next year, and
Ooh.
but we all know Max Stassi had a lot of personal things going on with his wife and baby, which is not anything that we want anybody to go through. So, things, prayers up and positivity to the Stassi family. But O'Hoppe held the fort down while he was playing, before the injury and after the injury. And he just basically took the reins from Max Stassi. I think even if Stassi was there this season, O'Hoppe was going to overtake him as the clear number one catcher on this roster. And I think Ron Washington is going to enjoy the abilities that Logan O'Hoppe has in sinking his teeth into what the potential that hasn't been reached yet for O'Hoppe can be moving forward.
Yeah, I think O'Hoppe is definitely the opening day catcher, bearing any injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Stassi, I think, only has 1 year left on a contract.
Yep.
It's not
Does last year count as service time?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, well then yes, 1 year.
It's not a
1
bad.
year. So
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Todd.
I was just gonna say it's not a bad tandem. If O'Hoppe can get back to hitting now that Thames is gone, dude, him and Stassi should be a good 1-2 combination. But
No, we've always said, in the past that Stassi he's the prototypical backup catcher. He's not a starter in this league. And so, yeah, I don't mind having Stassi back there, backing up O'Hoppe.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we've had this veteran leader in the background for the last couple of years. You had Kurt Suzuki, then you had Chad Wallach, who, again, they're not glowing off the page all-stars, but they did as much as they could do at that point in their career, and you kind of had to temper expectations. You're not going to say Kurt Suzuki's going to bat 300, he's going to knock 15 home runs, 60 RBIs. You're living under a rock, and you can create your own Katella Award at that point,
Yeah.
in that situation. But I think it'll be a good 1-2 punch. It still gives more veteran presence to Logan for the year. Yes or no question to everybody. Is Nolan Schammel the opening day first baseman for the Angels when we get to we're on the road to start the year in Baltimore? So is he the opening day first baseman?
Hell yes.
No.
Oh. Randy with yes. Fernando, no. Rob, what do you think?
No, and the Angels, I say no as well, too. They're going to hurt this young guy after he did well, and they're going to put him back in a spot and think he did something wrong. And in actuality, he did nothing wrong. But you have Ron Washington coming in. The guy's got to get his feet wet a little bit, right? It's not a do-or-die situation here. We're looking for Tim Anderson, so I say no.
Todd, finish it off.
I'm 50-50. I want to
Yeah.
believe that they're going to let this kid flourish because he did all that good with Thames as his hitting coach. Let's let that sink in. He said he was getting on base despite them say hit for the fences. They got mad at him because it took him like a month to hit a home run, and he still did his thing and was still a bright spot. And then I could see what Rob and Fernando are saying, that they would just sit him down or move him a position or say, hey, you need more minor league times. I want to say yes, but most likely they're right. No. Take the negative first.
My heart says I want to be like Randy and just automatically say, yes, he's your pick.
Yep.
But if they're already looking at Tim Anderson, if he goes to second, Neto's your short. Rendon, when healthy, is your third baseman. So Brandon Drury has to be your starting first baseman. That'll knock at bats.
Yeah.
But the only thing that solidifies it for me is, can Drury play right field? And
No.
rotate him?
Yeah.
No, I know Rob's like, no, don't even attempt that.
Yeah.
No.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough situation. It depends. I think the Sean Noel situation depends on what we do in free agency. If the Angels don't upgrade at second or whatever, Sean Noel is your first baseman. I think he proved that with his on-base strength that's still technically active right now going into opening day next year. So we'll see what happens. But
I honestly wouldn't be. I mean, I like Tim Anderson, but when you got a young stud like that, why go out there and spend that money when you can go put it in the pitching?
Because we're
That's
the
the way I look
Angels.
at it. Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
Well,
That's the best answer.
well, it's going to depend on what Ron Washington's effect is on Manassian and Moreno going after free agency market. Does he get more of a say, or is it business as usual of just, well, you take what we give you, Ron, and you make it work?
Well, this is us thinking that Otani's back too, right? The DH spot's obviously open too, so we got to think about that. Drury can hop over DH,
Yeah.
or somebody can. They can cycle around.
Well, clearly, if Otani's gone and the DH spot opens, clearly Mike Trout's going to get more opportunities at DH. Anthony Rendon probably gets more time at DH when healthy. So
Do you guys think it's almost time to start sticking Trout maybe in right field?
It's been time.
Yeah.
I agree.
No.
I agree.
No. Mickey Moniak showed you can't play center. Trout doesn't botch balls like that easy, simple fly balls to center field.
Okay,
Going back, Trout makes
let
it.
me ask you this, 'cause I know we got to move on at some point.
Yeah.
The Phillies moved Bryce Harper to first base to keep
Permanently.
him healthy. Is that something that maybe we can see Trout doing eventually until maybe a guy like Otani is gone?
No,
No.
I don't see them
Too
changing
stiff.
Trout's position at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I think if Trout got into another, knock on wood, I don't want to preach injury upon anybody, but it was something like the Bryce Harper situation again, maybe. But when you have first basemen in the pipeline, like if Nolan, Shawnuel wasn't involved at this point.
But Shawnuel also isn't a great defensive first baseman yet.
True, Ron Washington
Fair.
could have a strong effect on that situation.
absolutely.
Of course.
But I think Mike Trout is still your center fielder opening day, no doubt about it. I just don't see them changing his position quite yet, unless you got a bona fide, legit Gold Glove center fielder and shifting. If Moniak was out of the picture or if Ward was out of the picture, maybe you can adjust it in that sense, but not
Brett
quite
Phillips.
yet. Gold Glove, there you go. BP right there. All right. So here we go. Fun award now. Blooper of the year. There was a lot of dysfunctionality with the Angels this year. And 3 really bad blunders. One of them I was in attendance for. So the nominees are Jonathan Diaz allowing 7 runs in a third of an inning against the Tigers on September the 15th. And for insult to injury, Eduardo Escobar came into that inning, faced 2 batters, got out of the inning in about 5 pitches. And Eduardo Escobar is now not an Angel anymore.
I was also at that game.
Lucky him.
Oh, that's right, Fernando. We both were at that game. That's correct.
As
So,
Todd
yeah.
was too.
We all were. Oh, my memory's fading now. But still, it makes it even more insult to injury. 3 of us were there to watch that insanity take place. So that's nominee number 1. You also have fake Otani at photo day. Let's just put a tall 6'5" white guy in there to say
It would have been a lot more racist if they would have pulled the rocks in the outfield and put, somebody of Japanese descent in there, because then it would have been like, oh, that's racist. At least they picked a dude who looked nothing like Otani.
if Ipe was not supposed to be in the photo because he's been in all the photos, I guarantee you they put Ipe in there because he's the closest to Otani. Like,
Well,
not
here's the
look-wise, but
thing:
like
if they put
personality.
Ipe in there, nobody's gonna be like, okay, that's racist, because it's Ipe. Him and Otani, it's peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. But yeah, fake Otani photo day. And then, and this is a tough one to announce, but third nominee, Chase Silseth getting plunked in the back of the head against the Mets on a botched pickoff attempt.
It was just our luck as Angels fans. It's just,
Yeah, the Mets were going downhill. We were going downhill. So why not just highlight that day beautifully with a nice little plunk in the head of, and Silseth was pitching fantastic. And then he gets bounced for what? He was out for 2 or 3 weeks or something because of whatever.
yeah.
So here we go. It's Randy.
All right.
Would you like to take this one?
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your blooper of the year. One of the greatest things to ever happen in Angels Stadium. Fake Otani at photo day.
Wow, man, one of the greatest moments of art history.
Oh,
That-
absolutely.
I
That's
think
going in the video board next year.
Do you think that'll work for next season when he's gone? Like, hey, just put Otani up there. This white guy, he's Otani.
Oh, well, okay. Plot twist: they signed whoever that guy was to be on the team,
Yeah,
and they're gonna change his name to Otani. Like,
Have him
now
walk-
batting Shohei Otani. Nobody will notice.
have him walk
Yeah.
out on opening day like number 17, Shohei. Otani.
hey, some of the
Hey
fair
guys,
weather
hey
an-
fans.
My
some of
name's
the-
Joey.
My name is Shuey.
Some of those fair weather Angel fans that go to 1 or 2 games and think the Angels are always in contention would be like, okay, business as usual. Otani's still here.
Yeah, leave
Yeah.
my merch.
It's like those people who go to church like once or twice a year.
Hey, he pulled a Sammy Sosa. He police just kid.
Man, you could pluck some people from like, the Sunday leagues that strikes out all the time and plays horrible defense. And you
Okay, we
I mean,
already talked about rocks in the outfield. You don't need to bring up Pete Soto again.
Wow.
Shots fired, baby.
Hey. I don't strike out. I play Sunday League now, but my whole thing is grounding out to the shortstop.
There you
Hey,
go.
hey, as long as you
Hey,
make
you know what?
contact, baby.
Hey, I have a Hall of Fame career. Look at Pujols. Just saying.
if you
Just
ground
saying.
out, hey, you're grounding out the opposite way with 2 on and nobody out. That is moving the runners an extra 90 feet. You're doing your job.
There you go.
Grinding a lot of double plays.
Hey, I would rather strike out than ground into double plays.
Hey, I got a couple piggybacks to this award. Although
Yes.
it was very much deserved, I say a couple honorable mentions.
Yes,
It's
give it
got to
to
be
me.
Terry Smith still calling games from the van,
Oh,
Yeah, man.
and Artie Moreno's famous unfinished business.
Don't forget the Spanish broadcasters. Yeah,
Who
they're
are they?
unfortunate
We don't need them. We
situation.
don't have Hispanic fans.
yeah.
Speak English or you don't listen to the Angels. That's Artie
Yeah.
Moreno. Quote Artie Moreno.
In the words of Artie Moreno to like the Spanish broadcasters, "Ay, pobrecitos."
Hey, I don't know about you, but he makes me proud to be an Angels fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, you double down. Remember what he said right before the end of spring training? I promise by the end of spring training, I will have a press conference. Still waiting on that press conference.
Oh.
It'll
Say
be
this year.
He didn't say which spring training.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said this spring training.
Hey, will he be at Ron Washington's introductory press conference on Wednesday?
Most likely
Maybe.
taking the credit. If it's anything, if the media perceives it as a positive event, he'll be like, "Hey guys, it was me."
I invented Ron
It was
Washington.
my idea. I'm the one who figured out how to work the Zoom interview. The
It'd be
Zoom.
awesome for him to have a Joe Biden moment and go shake Eric Young's hand. Our new manager, Ron Washington.
Oh,
Dude, Artie Moreno is going to be like, do you guys remember when John Fox got fired from the Broncos? And John Elway was like, thank you to John Elway instead of John Fox. That's going to be Artie Moreno. He's going to go up there. Thank you to Artie Moreno. Phil Nevin. Thank you to Phil Nevin. Well, sorry.
As long as
Mike
he,
Scioscia.
as long as he trips on the podium before he says that, then it's all good.
Fair enough.
Oh my! So fans, watch for that on Wednesday. If by any means necessary, Artie Moreno turns into Joe Biden.
Guess we'll
I'm
see.
gonna have that in my head now. Oh God!
There you go.
Good job, Rob. Good
The
job.
Angels need Batacalf care.
Oh, from silly bloopers to devastating injuries. We don't like to celebrate injuries, but
No.
because our athletic training staff is awful and sucks and already won the Villain of the Year award, if you're just tuning in.
So bad.
The second annual Katella Chronicles Golden Bicycle Awards continues with award number 8 of 10, the Heartbreaking Injury Award.
Mm.
With the violin and all, these injuries were sucky, and I feel there was more than the 3 nominations. I will have to give probably an honorable mention, and maybe we might have even had the wrong winner, and we can leave it up to the fans, and maybe this could be the Fan Choice Award. But the 3 nominees are Shohei Otani tearing his UCL once again, and that very sad press conference that happened after that game as well.
PTSD everywhere.
Yeah. Mike Trout's hamite bone fracture
Mm.
in July in
injuries,
San
yeah.
Diego.
Yeah, I was there.
And Taylor Ward getting hit in the face in Toronto that subsequently ended his year. And I'm going to add in a late second submission.
Oh, can you do that? Can you do that?
I'm Katella. I can do whatever.
Yeah.
I
I do
want.
whatever the fuck I want.
That's fair.
I
That's fair.
am, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. Here.
Oh my God. He invented the bike, people.
I'm gonna the bike.
I'm
gonna
the
pedal this
bicycle.
And I think we all can agree on this.
I have to check the rule book.
And for this honorable mention, it will have heartbreak in parentheses. Anything Anthony Rendon. We'll add that in. But for an honorable mention. So, Todd, who do you think is this year's heartbreaking injury award winner?
With Mike Trout's injuries, I was kind of leaning to giving him the award because he just finds the most obscure things to get injured by or how. And then you have, Rendon being Rendon, everything else like that. But I'd have to say it goes to Shohei because that was one where, we wanted to see that final series. I think you would have seen the Anaheim Stadium more filled at the end.
That's the wrong winner.
It is?
That's the wrong winner.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
We need the envelope. It's the freaking Oscars.
Wait, hold on. They gave me the wrong award, Shohei.
Yeah.
Listen here, Steve Harvey.
Shohei cannot win everything. Shohei cannot win everything.
But he
Let's give a spoiler.
Yeah.
Someone else. I did not get the right cue cards here.
It was Taylor Ward getting hit in the face.
Oh, yes. That's what I meant to say. I meant to say Taylor Ward bloodied in Toronto.
Todd probably would have said Taylor Swift though.
Yeah.
Hey, that would have been better.
I'm telling you
Oh,
right
here
now.
she comes to shake it off. Oh,
Hey, let's be real. This was Canada versus America crime. Just throwing at good old California boy Taylor Ward's face when he was starting to thrive at the top of the order for Phil Nevin. The Angels were trying to have a good road trip and win a game. And Taylor Ward's season goes up in a black eye and sinus cavity procedure surgery with screws and plates inserted. He should be back for opening day, but let's remember, he could have come back, according to the Angels, if they had made at least the ALCS.
Oh, they would have.
the poor guy was already born in Indio. He doesn't need to deal with more.
They did that on purpose.
You know what's crazy?
Poipus.
Everyone knows how bad Alex Manoah was for Toronto, and that was his highlight. Like his best game pitching and his worst, he hurting one of our guys. Yeah. That was it. His year. I mean, last year wasn't he a runner up for Cy Young or something?
Yeah, and he was all-star game this year.
Yeah.
And then he gets demoted all the way to a single A ball. And gives up 11 runs in like an inning and a third.
Yeah, serves him right.
Yeah. And whacks Taylor Ward. As always, not the award we like to give away, but best wishes and health be on your side for Taylor Ward. We look forward to seeing you back in the starting lineup on opening day, playing left field, probably for the Ron Washington Angels.
There you
Love
go.
you, Mr. Fresno State.
Mr. Fresno State Bulldog in the house. Taylor Ward getting the heartbreaking injury that comes with a box of Band-Aids and hopefully a small, petite bag of ice. Here we go. 2 more awards remaining here for the Golden Bicycle Awards. We have Pitcher of the Year and Player of the Year. And maybe these aren't the most spectacular awards because the nominees are it's pretty direct who's probably going to win these awards, but you never know what can happen here. The nominees will go for Pitcher of the Year. Some names that probably shouldn't be on this list. Other names should be on this list, but because they were inconsistent, they got the boot. Your nominees are, he's not an Angel anymore, but Matt Moore out of the bullpen. You had Chase Silseth, who probably ended up being one of the better pitchers in the Angels rotation by the end of the year.
So they got struck with some bad luck.
Look at that. And last but not least, at least while he's not technically an Angel anymore for the moment, but number 17, Shohei Ohtani are your 3 nominees this year for Pitcher of the Year. Yes,
Where's Chris
Fernando.
Rodriguez
Pick
on
me.
this list?
Pick me.
Fernando wants all in on pitcher of the year. So is it Matt Moore, Chase Soseth, or Shohei Ohtani?
Jose Suarez.
This year's pitcher of the year, Eduardo Escobar. Oh, I made the executive decision for you guys. Oh, Eduardo Escobar got 3 games, 2.45 ERA. Come at me, Academy. Come at me. I'm giving it to Eduardo Escobar. I'm sorry, Dominic. I'm giving it to Eduardo Escobar.
I saw every one of his home pitching performances. He was awesome.
He attacked guys.
He was like a shark. He did not nibble. He attacked.
He was the only one that listened to Matt Wise. Matt Wise like, I need you guys to attack.
Yeah. The real winner on this list was Shohei Ohtani, but
was
Shohei Ohtani. But hey, Eduardo Escobar, he had a clear case. But hey, we'll give some love. Matt Moore and Chase Soseth, they kept this pitching staff in line for as much and as long as they could. A little golf clap for those two.
Chris Rodriguez got snubbed.
Yes.
Write about it to our HR department.
Ray Noltoff was mad at this one. He thought he had it in the bag.
Oh no! Hey,
that was a tough one, man.
I love you,
Career
Braden.
injuries are never
I
fun.
love you.
quick yes or no question, like the Nolan Shonowell question. I'll give it to now Chase Soseth. Chase Soseth in the starting rotation on opening day, yes or no?
Hell no.
No. Bullpen
Yes.
again.
Bullpen.
Yes.
Bullpen.
I'm going yes.
I'm going
going
yes
yes.
as well.
Okay.
Robin,
That means it's not happening. Todd predicted it.
What else do we have? I mean,
Yeah.
at this point in time, they're resigning Brett Phillips, put him in the starting rotation. Unless we go all out, free agency.
Yeah, they didn't bring back Eduardo Escobar because they're going to give him a 10-year, $20 million deal as a pitcher.
Yeah.
because Tyler Anderson's already on the books for 2 more years, so that's a lock.
Oh yeah.
Detmers and Sandoval, barring trades, get saved. So you have 3 starters right now in your rotation, unless I'm missing somebody. No, three.
Suarez. 4.
You know, Suarez, I believe him as more of a bullpen piece than anything else.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I tell you. But I think he did enough to at least put himself in very strong contention for the starting rotation. Again, everything is a what if because of Ron Washington, and we don't know who a pitching coach is right now either. So that could adjust the conversation down the line as well.
Has
But-
Ron possibly not looked at the roster yet?
Yeah, he is a little older, so he probably thinks he is like, oh, this isn't the 2009 Angels? Where's Jared Weaver?
Fuck, I wished.
Where's John Lackey?
Hey, so
Get
is Mark Teixeira going to DH or play first base?
Can we put Sean Figgins in there to pinch run? No?
Is Kendra Morales still
I
on
was
the
just gonna say,
IL? Do not jump on home plate.
I didn't want to be insensitive though.
You guys think it's a bad idea to try to trade for Zach Greinke? I mean, we'll wait a couple years. We'll wait. When
he
was
was
it, 2012 they got Zach Greinke? So what, like 4 years later?
Yeah. Or Mike Napoli's on the team. Do we bring Mike Napoli as the catching coordinator?
Mm.
Yeah, well, we should call it Bob Wilson.
Yeah. But there's your pitcher of the year. It should be Shohei, but
I
a
miss
little love
Bobby
to
Wilson.
Eduardo Escobar. Who the hell knows?
He got a coaching job somewhere, right? Bobby Wilson, where is he now? I thought he got a coaching job somewhere.
Yeah.
Was it with Texas? I think he's with Texas.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been with Texas. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's a champion now.
Hey, is it also oh God, who's that catcher? Hank
Oh,
Conger.
Hank-
Conger.
Isn't
Hank
he
Conger.
coaching too?
For,
I don't think
for-
so.
Minnesota.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
base
Oh,
coach
is he?
for the Minnesota Twins. He's a Huntington Beach High School alum, so I know from my sources.
Proves you don't have to be
Aren't
good
you
to be a
your
coach.
sources?
Yeah. My
You are the sources.
How dare
I am
you?
the sources. I don't like to reveal my name. I'm like who is it, Bob Nightingale or John Heyman? I don't reveal my sources, but I am the source. It's like,
Yeah.
who the hell do you think you are?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, last award already.
Last award of the night for the 2nd annual Golden Bicycle Award. You can ride yourself all the way from Honda Center to Angel Stadium and back, because we know at this point Honda Center, the Ducks, are having way better of a time rebuilding than the Angels are, straight up. Here
Good
we go.
ownership does that.
It could be playoffs for the Ducks. Who knows?
Playoffs?
Dude, imagine a world where the Coyotes and the Ducks make the playoffs.
Yeah.
It could happen, folks.
Fernando is coming to the OC to come watch playoff hockey with me and all of
Ooh,
us.
I'll
He's
be there.
coming.
There
Here
you
we go. The overall final award, Player of the Year.
Uh-oh.
And these are some good ones. You have infielder, Brandon Drury.
Mm.
Infielder. Infielder and mid-season acquisition. The California native, Mike Moustakas.
Moose.
Or last but not least, just in case, if this is his final year a part of the Katella Chronicles Awards, Shohei Ohtani.
That
Who?
6'3" white dude?
The 6'3" white, the 6'3" white version of Shohei.
Or is this the real Shohei?
Brandon Drury had
The Great White Hope.
Brandon Drury had a great year as a stability in the middle of the Angels order. Mike Moustakas proved leadership at the corner positions and gave us some sparkling home runs and a shot of adrenaline. And then Shohei was Shohei, the two-way star, silver slugger, up for AL MVP that will be awarded Thursday on MLB Network. Again, Orioles had a Rookie of the Year today, Corbin Carroll for the National League. All the awards are happening this week.
Who cares about the MVP award? You got the Katella awards to potentially
Come
take
on.
home. Who cares?
Let's go.
Hey,
Who
either
gives a
way,
damn?
you never know what happens, but I think we all know the winner, and I feel we should all just, as a group, say it in unison. 1, 2, 3.
Roger Lodge.
Shohei
Newman.
Ohtani.
Terry
What?
Smith.
Oh, Shohei Ohtani. That's what I said.
But it is Shohei Ohtani getting,
Shohei Ohtani, baby.
for the second year in a row, Ohtani is the player of the year.
Wow,
I think,
man.
and just in
Back to
case, tip
back.
of the cap, if this is Ohtani's final reign as the player of the year, his tenure for the Angels on a grading scale, A to F. Todd, if this is it for Ohtani in an Angel uniform, what would you give his final grade as an Angel?
B minus.
B
And-
minus.
I'll just explain real quick. Had
Go
the
for it.
injuries not happened pitching wise and he was able to pitch like he had the last 2 years and actually get run support, it would have been an A plus 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 plus. I think offensively he did everything we wanted and more. But just we didn't get to see the best of him, and what I have to fear is he signed somewhere else long term. We're gonna see the best of him just in another uniform.
Randy, what do you think? Give a grade on Ohtani and why.
Yeah, I think B plus. I'm gonna go with what Todd said. You know, the injuries, I think really held back what we can really see from Ohtani. I mean, could you imagine his numbers if this guy was fully healthy? So yeah, I give it a B plus.
Rob, what do you got?
A for an absolute regret that he signed with this team because this guy killed it, man. Hey, you got to give this guy an A, right? Think about it. If he's on any other team who has a halfway decent medical staff, halfway decent strength and conditioning coach, Angels rank among the worst in both of these things. I think, what are they, number 30 or 31 out of 32 teams? You got to be kidding me.
We're
We didn't even
33
get
out of
that-
32.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 33 out of 32 on this. We have a treadmill and a proper nutrition. God, the Yankees away teams get better nutrition than the Angels do on their home stadium. It's
Yeah, and all they
insane.
eat is pizza.
So wait, you guys need to train? Go to Planet Fitness. It's only $15 a
Yeah.
month.
Don't we pay you guys enough for that? God damn
Yeah,
it.
just take the stairs, no elevators, guys. That's your training for the day. It's like, geez, like at what point in time do you say like, hey, no, this guy's absolute A. We gave him nothing to work with, the very bare minimum. Granted, yeah, you have Mike Trout, but outside of off the diamond and all that stuff, nothing to rehab, nothing to build off his core strength, and yet this guy did what everyone said he couldn't do. Went out and pitched every 6th day, came and hit every single day, and if it was up to him, he'd never come out. Guaranteed, right? He left that all out there in between the lines and can't ask for anything more. This guy's an A, but I'm sure if you go back in the time machine, he'll never be an Angel.
Yeah,
He had that one chance, right? He would choose another team. He'd go to the Padres, the Dodgers, somewhere else.
I mean,
There's no
look,
way.
all the fanfare, like I'm just going to piggyback off this. We could have got him some of the greatest endorsements of all time. We got him New Balance. We couldn't even get him Nike or Adidas. He gets New Balance. He's like, hey, wear my old person shoes. It's like, come on, man.
They're great for art support.
Right?
Hey, remember the Angels got Mike Trout the Subway deal after Jared went to prison.
Hey, that did happen.
Hey, this guy doesn't molest kids. He hits home runs.
He likes chicken teriyaki though.
Oh, Fernando, what is your grade for Ohtani if he does indeed leave the Angels?
I love everything Rob said, but because last year was the best season we've ever seen by a baseball player, Shohei Ohtani outdid his 2021, and his 2021 was an A. Last year was an A plus, so because it wasn't as good as either of those two, it has to be a B plus. Very solid year. Obviously, nothing to be ashamed of. Shohei Ohtani's biggest regret is signing with the Angels. His biggest enemy is himself because he has to continuously outdo himself. And he seemingly has put himself in a position to keep doing that. Father Time is undefeated, but he had a great season. But I don't think he can ever top what he did last year. He got robbed. Aaron Judge did not deserve the MVP. We should be talking about a 3-time MVP award winner after this year.
Yep.
The hat trick of MVPs in concession. But I agree with Rob. He did everything he possibly could under all the mediocre to negative circumstances that settled around this Angel squad. Again, he had to deal with injuries. He had to deal with scandals off the field. And I hate to say it, player deaths as well. There was a lot that Ohtani had to endure during his tenure with the Angels. And
Absolutely.
he still came out like an Earth, Wind, and Fire shining star at the end of the day. That's what he had to do.
Copyright.
And, I agree with Fernando. He should be a potentially 3-time AL MVP. He's going to probably – does he get it this week? Does he get it over Marcus Semien and Corey Seager? I could see Seager getting it. I can't see Semien getting it over Ohtani. I could see Seager maybe, but remember, all the voting goes in by the last day of the regular season. I think Ohtani doesn't win it by a landslide like he did 2 years ago. I think Ohtani this week will become a 2-time AL MVP, which will skyrocket that price to get him this offseason.
Absolutely.
But,
I
that
think
will
Major
help.
League Baseball would understand how good it'll be for them to have a 2-time MVP winner on the free
market.
agent. Yeah, especially because it's such a boring free agency class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But with that award, with Shohei rounding it out, congratulations to all the nominees. You are all winners, but the winners are the true winners tonight of being the second annual Katella Chronicles Golden Bicycle Awards. I want to thank Rob, Fernando, Randy, and Todd for hopping on in here and let me use the Heedy YouTube page as a platform to share this award show with you guys. And we all
It's an
dressed
honor.
up. We all dressed up to the nines tonight. Rob with his tuck shirt, Randy's, big titty angels over there, and they're looking all sexy. Fernando in his Texas sweatshirt, the Texas style angel sweatshirt.
I'm in Texas, y'all.
Oh, y'all, and then Todd being able to grow some hair back for
Yeah.
the award show this week.
Yeah, it took a lot of work.
Sure
It
did.
took a lot of work.
Get
But
out the weed whacker.
It's a great color too.
The
Yeah.
Floby.
I had to color in all the
He
gray.
used that just for
Some-
men's coloring and get it a little darker today
Yeah.
too.
I don't think I've ever seen Dominic's hair. That might be the first time I've ever seen. I know Dominic had hair.
Wait, I got
Yeah.
more hair than Dominic? What?
I need to
Yeah.
have haircuts. It's getting nasty. Look at that.
I
Look at that
know.
hairline.
I do
Yeah, I
too.
gotta-
I do too.
Next year
I
we'll
didn't
add,
want to cut it too soon because Thanksgiving's coming, and your haircut's got to look fresh for Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Got to be
but maybe
thankful for that fresh cut.
Yep.
next year for the Katella Chronicles for the third annual award show, we might have to add the Beauty Shop Award. Who had the best flow on the Angels next year?
This is
Oh, they're the best headed lettuce.
I have
Let's-
to admit, I cheated a bit. I know. I grabbed a transplant from my nether regions, and this is where it's growing. So
on that note, good
Sorry.
night, everybody.
That's not a perm. I thought that was a perm.
it was curly at one
Curled
point.
his
We got it
pubes.
permed.
Oh boy. Well, you can see the shenanigans continue here at Heedy and Katella Chronicles. Follow everybody, both Katella Chronicles and Halos in the Infield.
That
for the-
explains why Todd's doing this the whole time.
Oh, at least he wasn't scratching the bottom. That would have been worse.
All of a
For
sudden,
the-
my head's itchy for some reason.
Yeah.
How'd he get lice up there?
That's what happens, kids, when you drink too much tequila.
Oh, why not those yellow ladybugs there?
Oh,
See, this is why it's always fun trying to get through like a read with Heedy, because it's always a pop-up conversation that happens on this.
yes.
But follow both of our channels for all the off-season coverage. Ron Washington's now the manager. A lot of good things, hopefully, to come for the Angels. As always, Heedy, sponsored by Noble Ale Works and 714 Tickets. All our good buddies, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more hopping on in the 2024 season. So for myself, Dominic Lorenz of Katella Chronicles, for Randy, Rob, Fernando, and Todd, we tip our cap. Thank you for tuning in to the Katella Chronicles Awards, the second annual Golden Bicycle Awards. And until next year, go Halos, and we'll see you next time here on Heedy.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.